Hello everyone. So in the last video we have seen how we can pass two parameters inside a function and we can print the result of the addition of these two parameters. Okay, so since that function is not returning anything and just doing a thing, so you see, even though it is adding the parameters together, and getting the sum, it doesn't return the sum, it just print the sum, right? Just don't worry. Okay, it is just doing a work. Okay, so that is a void function. Okay, let's see how. So before that, I want you to take a homework and do it maybe after the video. Likewise, how we have done the void adder, please make sure to write another function to multiply as a multiplier. Okay, you take x and y and multiply, and to subtract x minus y. Okay, and to divide also. Okay, so addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. So addition we have done. For other three scenarios also, okay, write separate functions and call the functions here one after another and see whether you are getting the correct outcome. Okay, try this out, guys. So the coding is always about practice. Okay, first you understand it thoroughly, then you practice. That is the logic, that is the magic. Okay, fine. So now let's say I'm not interested in printing the scenario, printing the value inside the function. So what I'm going to see a new scenario, right? That means none other than we are going to see, until now we have studied about the void functions, right? So today we will start to see how to write a function with a return value, a return type function. Okay, non-void functions. Okay, that's fine. So let's say I'm bored with printing these values here, right? Okay, let's say, and I'm saying, okay, this adder, okay, the adder function should give me the result in hand. Okay, instead of printing and finishing it work, it has to give me the results, give me the addition value here, where inside the void loop it has to return me the addition value. Then I will do whatever I want with the addition value. Maybe I can print the value, or I can send the value to somewhere, like that I can do. But he only has to give me the value. Here it is not giving us the value, it is just printing the value. Okay, he has to give the value. That means I am asking this function should return the addition value to me. Okay, so here comes something about return type functions. That means now we cannot, for this purpose we cannot use void function. We have to use a data type in the place of the void. That means whatever the value I am going to return, I want to mention, okay, the data type here. That means this function is going to return a value with the data type I mentioned here. For example, I am going to give the addition value of x plus y. Okay, so x and y are two integers. Okay, so if we add two integers together, the outcome will be obviously an integer, another integer, like. So that is why we wrote it the sum as integer data type. Okay, that is why I mentioned sum as integer data type, because x plus y, x is integer, y is integer, so the addition value will be also integer. There's no question on that. Okay, so now what is the purpose? I want to return the addition value of the two numbers. Okay, so I don't want to print anything here after. I want to return the addition value. So here what is the addition value? Sum. Sum is the addition value of x plus y. X plus y is equal to sum. So I here want to return the sum. Okay, so how to return the sum? For that we have a keyword called return. Okay, so if you write return, that means this function is going to return something. Then we have to say what are we going to return. So we are going to return the value of sum. So just copy the sum and paste it here. That's all. Okay, so return sum. Since we are returning the sum, that means since the function is returning the sum value, we have to mention here the data type of the function, or return type of the function. Function is returning what? Because I said it is called return type. Okay, which one? This one. Function is returning what? Sum. Sum is which type? Integer type. So what is the return type? Integer type. So whatever the function returns, that type is the function's return type. Okay, now it's fine, right? Because sum is sum is being returned and sum is integer data type. So I'm saying the return type is integer. That means this adder is a function that is taking two integer numbers and it is adding those numbers together, and it is returning the added final result. It is returning it. Okay, since it is returning the added final results, we will see the data type of this final returning value. Okay, so sum is an integer data type value because we are adding two integer values. So the sum is integer. Then what I will do, I will go here and add the return type as the integer value. So return type means what? The type of the returning value, the data type of the returning value. So sum is the integer data type. So I will mention here as int. I am going to return a value that is an integer value. That is the meaning of the return type. So this is a function with the return type. Okay, now let's see how we can use a return type function. Okay, right, how we can call. Okay, let's see what happens. Okay, so normally how we call the function adder. Let's have 5, 10. Okay, now the problem is, if I do like this, I'm sorry, I don't need this now. Okay, let's have it. If I do like this, will the answer be printed? No, because we have removed the printing line. We don't print anything, we just return it. That means this function will return the addition value. That means this function will return number 15. Okay, so if a function is, see this guys, very clearly. Okay, if the function is returning a value, we can assign it to a variable. Okay, what this function is going to return number 15, integer value. This function is returning an integer value, so we can assign the returning value to an integer number. For example, I am going to say int x here, not x, let's say int a. Okay, then I am calling the function and assigning the returning value to a. So I am going to say a is equal to adder 5, 10. That means what? This function will give us an integer value, some value. I am assigning the value to a. A is also integer, nothing wrong. Or if you want, you can assign it in the same line, declare and assign it. See how beautiful we are done. So we have studied something important, guys. We have studied how to write a return type function. This is very, very important. And when you call it, you can obviously assign it to a variable of the same type, same data type. Okay, so obviously this will be 15. Whatever it returns will be 15. So a will be 15. That's all, very simple. Okay, so if I have to say something else, now what I said, the function that should return me the sum or total value of x plus y, two integer numbers. See, this function is returning me, and what I did, I have stored in a variable. If I don't store it in a variable, I cannot access it anywhere. If a function is returning me a value, I have to store it somewhere, right? Then only I can use it, because that is the purpose of me. I have to use the value result. Okay, I will do whatever I want. Okay, that's fine. So integer I am using, so I already said, when we declare a variable, what happens, we take a memory location and we store the value in the memory location, and we call the memory location as with the name as a. So you know all those things because we have studied those things earlier tutorials. Okay, in earlier tutorials. So now it's nothing but this number integer a is assigned as 15. Now if I want to do something, what I have to do, I can do something with the variable. So now what I will do is, here I am trying to print the a here after this, right? It is not compulsory that I should print the a. I am printing the a because I want to test it whether this works or not. Otherwise, how do you know the a value is 15? 15 will be assigned to a and nothing else will happen. So what I am doing is, now I am doing whatever I want with the variable. So I am printing the a. So if you want to do something else, you can do. If you want to do a digital LED, the a number of pin, let's say 15, number 15, if you want to switch on an LED, you can still do it, because you have the a is to be 15. Okay, a value is there with number 15, so you can do whatever you want, but I am going to print the value. Okay, so I'll copy the value, copy the code, and I will paste it here, and I will start the simulation. So let's see if 15 is being printed or not. See, number 15 is being printed. What does it mean? This a is 15 because I am printing a. What does it mean? The adder function is returning the sum x plus y, 5 plus 10 value. So this works fine. Do you understand this, guys? So if you don't understand, or if you have any issues, just rewatch this video. If you watch the previous video and again rewatch this, that's also much appreciable. Okay, guys? So I'll catch you up in the next video, guys. Until then, stay safe.